Comedy Mushroom Cold Podcast. Ooh, we're peaking a little bit. We better fucking chill. All right, everything seems to be working. We're crushing it, guys. It's another day in paradise. Just another day in paradise. Hopefully that doesn't get us a YouTube strike. Let's do some dates before we swear. How about we do that? Today I've got an apartment show. You're not invited. Sorry. Get your money up if you want to come to this apartment show. The best part about this apartment show is that two actual real comics live there. And I mean, I consider myself a real comic and the other people on the show to be real comics as well. But Natasha Pearl Hansen, and I forget what her boyfriend's name is, or husband or whatever, they live in this building, and they'll stop by beforehand and just be like, yeah, there's no way you could pay me enough to do this. And it's like, yeah, great to know. But there is enough money that you can pay me to do it, and that's why we're doing it. And I also like this place. Shout out to Ezra if he ever watches this. Is it Ezra? Yeah, because I thought it was Ira, but it's actually Ezra. Shout out Ezra. Excited to see you later. 4/25. That's tomorrow, the 25th of April. That'll be Chicago Brews Back. That's the fundraiser that I'm doing in the suburbs at a brewery. I don't really remember exactly which brewery. It's on my website, rayrobertscomedy.com. 4/26, that's Saturday. That's Comedy Clubhouse. That's a 9:45 show. Late night, staying up late. Got to get that $10 for 15 minutes or $15 for 10 minutes. Hey, that's what it's all about, is piecing that shit together. Already swore but didn't say the F word, so I think we're allowed to say that one. That one you're allowed to say on TV most of the time now, so that's fine. 4/28, that is Monday. Monday at the Comedy Bar doing Vic Pandia's show. That'll be very exciting. And then we're into May. If you book any shows and have any May, June, July, August, September, any availability, really, hit me up. I would love to probably do it. 5/9, because my May is pretty light so far, and I know things will fill in, but it's one of those things where you kind of panic a little bit at the end of every month, looking at the next month, and you're like, what have I done? 5/9. I'm at Interchange Theater in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I love opening those shows. They all have a stand-up guy go first, or woman, I guess, or non-binary person, I guess, go up, and it's Milwaukee, so I don't know if they're whatever. They'll have basically a host, or basically a comedy warm-up person, and then they'll do an intermission, and then improv will go up. And a lot of times they'll book two comics, but when I do it, they let me do it by myself. So I get to do a longer set. That'll be very fun. Those rooms either love or hate me, and I enjoy it every single time. So that's 5/9 at Interchange. 5/13, that's Chicago Underground Comedy. I forget exactly where that is. It's an actual place, so we'll pull it up. Not a actual place. It's not it's at the Beat Kitchen, so an actual place. I didn't want you to think it was at a club or something. At the Beat Kitchen. Babs Comedy Club on 5/16. That'll be my first time doing that room. That'll be very fun. It's supposed to be a great room. I'm excited to try it out. I think it's a little bit in the suburbs, but not too far away. And then 5/17, I am judging a roast battle in Kenosha. Brian LeConte's doing a roast battle in Kenosha, and he asked if I would want to roast or be on the judging, and I'm just not great at roasts. I either go too far or not far enough, and it's something that sure, I should maybe work on, but I'm just not going to. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's worth my time most of the time. I honestly feel like roasting is comedy, what comedians do. It's how we kind of flex on each other, really. I don't know if that makes sense. we can all write jokes, or like some of us can write jokes. The rest of us write roast battles. But no, like you can write jokes. And so then like you're just kicking it outside, maybe smoking a cigarette, smoking a joint or something, and having a good time. Just dicking around with friends and like making fun of each other, and like that's our thing. And then like people were like, oh, we could probably make some money off of this, so let's do roast battle shows. And then like people whatever, who cares? So I'm not good at writing them. But I can judge them. I don't know. I can be a mean bitch for a little bit and not have to do 5 for each person, but whatever. And then the biggest news today, this is a big commercial for Joe Briggs's comedy special, The Boys Are Back. It's on YouTube, coming out at 2 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock Central. So, I mean, if you're seeing this, it's probably available for you. And if not, it's available very quickly after that. So go watch it. I did like a guest spot on the second show. It's a good time. It's going to be a good... It was great. Like 2 banger shows. He like sold out the cabaret room at Hilarities and just like murdered. And then like made a special out of it too. So like I'm excited to see the final product. And like it's always weird when like you get some sort of like live taping and you're like, oh, this murdered in the room. Like it's very important to get like the crowd noise. And they like got a guy who just like did only sound and was like, this is like, I measured where like the sound peaks come from like the speakers to make sure that I got crowd noise. So I'm excited for that. But cool. Yeah, I miss, sorry about it. I missed last week. Still trying to get used to, like, the new just YouTube kind of deal set up. Because, like, I miss doing, like, the audio part of it. Because, like, I'm going to be honest, I don't watch these back. I'll listen, like, when I would do the audio, I would listen to them because sometimes I'll, like, get into like a good little groove and find like a joke or something and be like, that was a really good point, Ray. Maybe we should expand on that more. And then like, instead of just like talking shit all the time, maybe do something about it. But like sometimes you just black out. I don't know if anybody out there kind of understands this, but like when you're like performing or like you're doing a podcast or you're doing something, like you kind of just have to like suspend disbelief of like the real world around you and just like give up. Like when I'm doing my open mic recaps, right? Every time I do a mic or a show, I do like a quick little 3-minute video on YouTube Shorts. Then I'll put it in my Instagram stories, but the full things are always on Shorts. Just because I want to build up my YouTube more, and it just seems like they are more fair about paying people and whatnot. And fuck Mark Zuckerberg and Meta, really. But like obviously things are on Instagram, so you have to put them up. So I put it up there as like as a advertisement for it. So go watch those. But like when you do them, you have to like almost, especially if like somebody else is around. I like doing them on my walk home. Like whether it's right after I park my car or like I get off of the train and I've got like that half-mile walk home. I like to think about it and like ruminate on what I kind of want to talk about. Then I record it and it's not at all what I wanted to talk about. Most of the, like, this is the only thing that I have like a rundown for is this podcast, is because if I'm going to like keep your attention through a plastic box in a tripod, I should probably be semi-organized. But everything else, fuck off, right? Like, you know what you've signed up for at this point, and if you don't, then you need to catch up quick. That's kind of how it works around here. Other people will ease you into their bullshit. I'm just going to assume that you'll catch on eventually, and if you can't hold on, then you fall off, and you weren't supposed to be here in the first place, right? That seems fair to me. Not everything's for everybody. Why are we making everything for everybody? Whatever. But yeah, I missed last week. There was a point to me telling you about the shorts thing. Whatever, who cares? But yeah, oh yeah, because like I don't watch these back, I listen to the thing, and like I go onto like the YouTube Shorts, and I've been doing that, and you have to like block out the outside world, because like it's dumb what we're doing here. Like I'm talking to a plastic box inside of a light ring while my cats are sleeping or trying to sleep. Like this didn't just like happen. I had to set all of this up. Like I wanted to do a video of me setting up like this. It's a corner of my 1-bedroom apartment. I think you can tell by how this is done in portrait and not landscape. We're changing things. You can see where the alien guy fell down That just happened because of gravity. But we're also going to be, like, I try to set it up so you can't see it, but, like, there's a fucking desk right here. Like, I'm cornered in. So I'm trying to, like, we're going to be moving her desk soon. So she has a better place to set up. So I'm going to try to get it set up, like, so I can do this the correct way that you're supposed to do it. But, like, I like this way. But I'm sure that the algorithms like it better if it was in the correct way. But I don't know. I also have to figure out how to get the audio going again. I've got no problem setting it up again myself and starting from new, or like moving over my RSS feed and all that shit. But I would much rather not do that if that's possible. But I guess that's what we'll do today, is figure that out and text Jeremy and figure that out. Shout out Golden Ox Studio. I'll still tag him and everything because they let me do this shit for free for a long time. And they rip. And if I ever make money, I'm going to whatever. It's one of those, like, you got to remember the buddies, all right? And that's, like, the cool thing about Joe's special is, like, I just went over there, like, he did it at Hilarities. He's, if not my best friend, one of my best friends, and he's filming a special. And, like, I don't, when, like, you've got, like, those buds that, like, you can just, like, cut right through the bullshit, and, like, everybody else is like, hey, maybe you should do this. And it's like, hey, just, like, you've known somebody long enough, and, like, the reason why you're best friends is, like, you're on a wavelength. And, like, I'm not, like, talking out of school or anything, and it happens to me, like, just when, like, you're whiling, and, like, I'll text Tyler stuff from time to time and be like, am I tripping? And he'll be like, yeah, you're just being a fucking idiot. And, like, so it's nice to have somebody there. And, like, I wanted to be there to watch it. Like, it's a big step for my buddy, and I honestly think it's going to be, like, a big thing. Like, he's hilarious. He's really good. He's pretty well connected. He's in New York. So, I mean, this could be, like, one of those, like, dumb things that, like launches my friend into being, like, a successful working comic. And I mean, he's already a successful working comic. Like, I don't mean, like, he could be, like, legit. So, like, that's cool. I, like, wanted to be there for my buddy. And I don't think that's weird. And, like, so I'm, like, in, like, his special thanks for being there. And, like, I get to do a guest spot and stuff at, like, Hilarity. So, like, it was, like, worth my time. And I got to be seen funny at, like, one of the best clubs in the country, if not the best club in the country. I haven't been to a better one yet. I mean, there are ones that I've had better shows on, but, like, it's home, I guess. I don't know. Not home, but, like, the biggest, like, I did a weekend there and, like, a couple, like, little showcasey things. Like, I've done the cabaret more than I've done the main room. But it's, like, it's Hilarities. It's, like, the place. And he filmed a special in the cabaret. Like, it's awesome. And you want to be there for your buddy. So I'm excited for that to come out. And, like, that's what we're all doing this dumb shit for. But, like, I don't know. You just have to, like, pretend that, like, it's not... It's, like, it's real. I had, like, a real weird... Like, mentally, I've been kind of out of it since Alaska. I think it's just, I've been in too many altitudes this month. Like, being in an airplane, being on top of mountains, being in, like, low altitudes, being in fucking, like, Duluth this weekend, and being in the UP and driving up and down hills and shit. Like, I think that it eventually just wears on you. Either that or just, like, I'm tired. And, like, my brain's like, hey, how about you take a fucking beat? But, like, this week I haven't really... I mean, I've done, like, mics and shit, and I've got, like, a few shows this weekend, but, like, I haven't been doing that much, and, like, your brain just gets fucking, like, restless because it's used to doing everything. But I think you need, like, little peaks and valleys like this. But, like, I just, like, was watching, like, the McAfee show, and, like, obviously, like, I love the Pat McAfee show, but you're watching it and you're like, it's so silly that, like, this is a thing. Like, I'm talking to a plastic box, and it's going to go to the whole fucking world. Now, like, 7 people will watch it, maybe. Or, like, when I'm doing my stupid recaps, like, hundreds of people will see it, maybe. Like, and it's like, okay, like, that's cool. Like, I have, like, outreach to that many people, and hopefully it, like, hits certain people and they like it or whatnot. But, like, I don't know. It's just... Like, live makes sense. You're in front of another person. We've been, like, talking shit, and, like, humans are a communicative animal anyways, and, like, just, like, talking shit in front of people and, like, keeping their attention makes way more sense. But, like, just, like, creating a little fake world in my apartment, it makes zero sense. So, long story short, we're trying to figure it out. It's going to change. mostly because that fell. It's like, okay, well, why not move all of this shit? But like, we're gonna have to readjust a bunch of shit. So it's gonna be a fucking haul. We've got like shit all over the walls here, and we should have thought this through before we put it up. But YOLO and a half, I guess. But the reason I wasn't here last week, I did a fundraiser. I went to a fundraiser for the girls' school. And it's like, it's nice because like, I don't know, we're good white people. She's like Hillary Swank in every fucking she's a white savior principal. And I mean, it's nice. Like I give her shit all the time because I tell her that she's Hillary Swank in like every movie about schools. But she does a good job, and like their school had like, it's in like the north side of Milwaukee. There was like a shooting at the park that they go to high school that they go to recess at. So then like the mayor and the cops showed up to like do a bunch of propaganda last week, and then like the day after that they had like their big fundraiser for the school that they do every year, I guess. And apparently they made a bunch of money off of it. But it's like a really weird thing for me to be at, because it's like, I don't know how to act at those. And I like, when I was in politics, I had to be at fundraisers all the time, but I was like getting paid, and I like knew my role there was to like make sure that my candidate was happy and make sure that like people were like seated correctly, or that we got like the right amount of information from everybody, you know, or like we collected all the checks. Like whoever said that they were going to give us like X amount of dollars, we wanted to make sure that they gave us X amount of dollars, right? We're like, this one, I'm just there. I don't do well at just being places. I think that's what it is. Like, I always am looking for something to do. I think it's like a people-pleasing thing. I think it has to do with, fucking, I just realized a fucking typo in my notes that nobody else would have seen, but I would have noticed. Well, like, I don't know if it's like a masking ADHD thing, which we'll get to our head of Health and Human Services, or whatever the fuck he is, fucking trying to round up all the autists, which is like, whatever. And then, so like masking and like trying to be normal, and like, okay, what I can do is just be busy so they won't notice that I have no idea what's going on. And like, if I'm fucking up, at least I'm doing something, right? They only know that you don't know what's going on if you're not doing anything. And like, that's why I'm not good at hanging out at comedy shows, is like, I need to be doing something. Or I'm not good at like random hangs. Like, if I'm like, I will smoke weed and sit at home by myself all day. I like, it's great. I can entertain myself. I can like fucking write something, read something. Like, if there's another person, it's like, oh, I need to like be entertained. Like, you know, you just feel like you need to be doing something, or you're like, ooh, I'm not talking. Like, I should be talking more. And like, you just think about what other people see you as more. And that's what I had to be at like this fundraiser. So I was just like sitting at a table by myself because like I had to be there. I wanted to be there to support my girlfriend and like all the work that she does, but like also I don't have school fundraiser money. I don't have like help black kids get out of poverty money quite yet. Maybe that'd be great if I got some soon. My girlfriend got me into this for free because she runs this bitch money. So, and it's like, all right, cool. I'll talk to like the fucking staff, because that's who I have. Like, who am I going to talk to? These fucking rich people who like could fund this entire school, but are like, I'll just give like $500. And it's like, yeah, but you could probably give like 10,000. What are you giving money to otherwise? Like, how much money are you saving off of your taxes by like keep moving your investments around at the right time? Like, how about we give that money? But like, I can't have those conversations, and like people would want to be like, oh, like talking about comedy shit, like get me started, I won't stop, and like nobody can fucking relate to that. Like, we'll kind of get to it when I go over Duluth, but like normal people always like want to like, they'll try to like bring stuff up, and like that's the thing about podcasting now, is like people think that they know more than they actually know. It goes back to the roast battle thing. Like, yeah, like it's the line from The Departed. I like my feds like I like mushrooms. We keep them in the dark and feed them shit. Like, that's what the same thing with like comedy fans should be. Like, there's too much there's too much access. Like, we can't be cool anymore. Like, and it's very funny because I'm not cool. The one thing that I do that's cool is the only thing that I like doing in life, and that's performing on stage. But, like, we'll jump to it. Fuck it. Like, I was at this fundraiser. It was weird. It was awkward because I don't have anything to... And it happened in the UP. I was in Nagani, Michigan in the UP. I co-headlined Pasquale's Pizza. It doesn't sound as cool as it actually was. They've got, like, a legit stage that's, like, inside of a weird cage. It was a pretty light show. There were, like, 2 tables that really fucked with what I had going on. I was doing 40. And then, like, there were, like, these random 2, like, lonely hecklers. Like, they weren't even hecklers, but you could just hear them being like, oh, God, I hope this is over soon. And, like, eventually I was like, you know that I can hear you. Like, I understand that, like, this isn't for you, but, like, shut up. You know, you have to deal with it. I have to be up here for 40 minutes, so, like, have fun. And I pointed it out. Like, it was the 2 people that were, like, one guy who, like, ended up coming around. It just took a minute for him to get my vibe of, like, yeah, I don't agree with you on anything, but trust me, you're going to end up laughing. But, like, he was, like, the third wheel, and then it was this lady in a group of, like, 7 people, but they, like, sat her by herself. So I was like, it's always the fucking people who are by themselves that have, like, the most to say. Like, you're a lonely, unhappy person. And then the lady's like, well, you can see all of my friends here. And I was like, yeah, and they sat you by yourself. Like, your friends that you just claimed sat you by yourself because you're so unbearable to deal with, and even they know it. Like, sorry that you don't. And it's just, like, it's very funny that it's always them who, like, think that they could do something. And, I don't know, especially, like, when people, like, before you go up to, like, to get the crowd in the mood, they do a, like, street joke competition where, like, they bring 3 people up to do street jokes just to get everybody in. And then, like, I had to follow street jokes. So, like, I opened with a street joke. It's a good street joke. It's my favorite street joke. And, like, that murdered, and it was, like, good, and you're just like, all right, let's, like, settle in, let's have some fun. And they just weren't a thinking crowd, but, like, there were a couple of tables that were into it, and, like, one of the tables that was super into it came up to me after the show and was like, hey, you want to come outside and smoke weed with us? And I was, like, in a strange town, and it was, like, kind of raining, and it's, like, one of those towns that doesn't really have, like, street lights, what the fuck, street lights at it. And, like, I don't know, and driving while you're high is a bad idea. We'll start there. Obviously, we know that driving while high driving is impaired driving, or whatever the fucking signs say. Puff, puff, pass on the weed if you're gonna drive. And that's what I was like, no, I have to, like, drive back to the motel that I'm staying in. Real weird motel. It was nice enough. It was free, so, like, that's great, but, like, very strange. Called the Triangle Motel. Nice enough people. Good enough spot, but it just, like, it's always very weird staying at a place where they're just like, lock the keys in when you're done, and then, like, it smelled like it hadn't been used in 6 months, like, something, like, whatever. Clean enough. I didn't get, like, hepatitis or whatever, but, like, I was very excited to be in an Econo Lodge the next night, if that makes sense. But, like, they invited me to go smoke weed with them, and I was like, nah, whatever, I gotta drive. And then I was like, do you know what, fuck it, like, sorry to, like, switch, I'll go out, I'll hang with you. Like, it's not often people, like, offer to, like, kick it with you, at least with me, like, it's a newer thing. And it's just like, yeah, I'll come smoke with you, like, no problem. And I just, like, took one hit, especially once, like, she, like, packed the bowl, and she's like, yeah, I threw a little infused in here, and it's like, I would have liked to have known that before I, like, signed up for this. Which, whatever. I was already on, like, I went on, like, a wild goose hunt chase, for weed, because, like, my card wouldn't let me pull out money at ATMs, like, some weird security thing, so I had to do fucking cash back at a Dollar General, and then, it would only let me take $10 out, so, like, yeah, I'm, like, short on money or whatever, but, like, not that short, and, like, it, like, wouldn't let me do it, so I had to go in and, like, change my fucking weed order, and like I had like a couple of pre-rolls that were like 24-25 set up, and he's like, oh, you can do like 3 of these. Oh, that was very Wisconsin. Oh, you can do these like these 3 pre-rolls and it'll be under $10. And I'm like, sick, perfect, throw it in there. And they were 31%, so I got like trick fucked a little bit. So like I was already like dealing with that. But then this lady threw infused in there, so I like took a hit, and like we were just standing in a circle talking, and like they expect you to be, and I'm not interesting. Like it's not like. I know a lot about laws, I guess. Like I know about, but like nobody wants to talk about laws. Like I was talking about weed laws in Wisconsin, and they were like, "That's crazy." And I was like, "Yeah, there's like the bar league that's going on. That sounds like the fucking Justice League, but it's just a bunch of people who like run bars in Wisconsin that refuse to let weed pass because nobody would want it. So whatever." Nobody would want to go to their bars anymore because weed's so much better than alcohol and makes your brain better instead of destroying it. But booze rules. Keep on it. But like I was just like talking to these people about it, and like you could just tell that their interest was like waning. And then there's like no good way to dismount a conversation of like, all right, I did my hit of weed. This isn't fun. You're not having fun either because I'm a little high and going to be really awkward. I have to go say goodbye to everybody. You kind of stole me from other people who like my shit, which is fine. Like I had a good time and it was nice meeting you guys if you're watching this. But it was like, all right, I don't have a nice way to like get out of conversations yet. So I was like, all right, guys, I for real have to go say goodbye to the owner. I have to go say goodbye to the headliner or the other headliner who called me as opener, which whatever. I got brought into co-headline because they didn't want this guy to do a whole headline set by himself. So, like, for him to call me his opener is very funny. And it's happened to other people. So, whatever. I don't feel bad about it. But then it was just like, oh, okay. Like, bye? And, like, they were kind of, like, offended that what am I supposed to do? Go back to your, like, what did you want this to end with? Like, we were just going to be like, all right, peace out. Like, we're not best friends. I'm so sorry. So that was Michigan. Is fine. Like, I don't know. It's just like one of those towns that like doesn't care about anything but Trump, and like the only thing that they learn from about the outside world is like Fox News. That's it. Fox News and Facebook. They all grew up around there, never left, and like just know each other, and like that's fine. That's good for your life. Not like you're not gonna enjoy my comedy because I'm not talking about how Starbucks is just expensive foo-foo coffee. Like, that's not my jam. That's just not going to be for me. Then the next night, I was in Duluth for 2 shows. That was super fun. I love Minnesota. Duluth fucking rips. It was at Dublin. It's like an Irish bar that's got like a back room that they do like karaoke and comedy in. Packed out room, packed out shows. That's very funny. Fucking alright, I knew that was a mistake to pull that up while I was doing this. I pulled up like my text messages on my computer to make sure I wasn't missing anything, and like the exact like conversation, like the exact thing I was gonna do, Tyler said I should have done. But they there were like those protests. What was it called? Like 50-51 or some shit like that, or 50-50, 51-50. Whatever those protests are, which are like fine. Like it's great seeing people protest, and it makes me really proud to be an American that like people are fighting back, and that like people in like Duluth, Minnesota are seeing it. Or like when I was driving there, like what was the town? Ashland, Wisconsin. Like even like little shit small towns, people are like protesting it, and that's awesome. I love it. It's good to see people motivated and going, but like also a protest is supposed to be like inconvenient for everybody around you, and like they're doing a good job of keeping people out of the streets so like the city can keep moving, but like that's also supposed to be part of the protest. Like Chicago, they shut down a large part of downtown so people could march and like protest and stuff like that. But like I don't know, call me old fashioned, but like a protest is supposed to like actually like do something. I understand that like that's what's supposed to separate America from everywhere else, is like nonviolent protesting. And I would love to believe in it, but when they're snatching people off of the streets that are here legally, and like they're already, like they're making, again, we're gonna get to it, they're making a registry of people with autism so they can like fucking round them up. That's not what they're saying they're going to do, but that's what they're going to, like, we're well past nonviolent protesting or like convenient protesting. Like, you're doing it on Saturday, so like nobody's missing work, you're not in the streets, so you're not inconveniencing anybody really. And then, like, there's going to be cops there, and since it's Saturday, like, they're going to get time and a half. They're going to call. So, like, you're paying the cops more money. Like, the people you're protesting, the people who voted for the guy you're protesting against are getting paid more money because you're protesting in that way. Like, sure, would they get more money if, like, they had to show up in riot gear to, like, shut down a protest? Probably, but also, like, some of them are going to get injured. So it's, like, it makes it. So, like, whatever. But it was just, like, very interesting. It's nice, it's cool, it's fun to see, but, like, I don't know. Let's set more Teslas on fire, if I had to pick something. Because, like, Elon Musk is already, like, since the economy's, like, kind of tanked, and, like, they've realized that they can't do it, and now they're just going to kind of build it back up, and, like, say that they're heroes because they, like, did this tariff bullshit, and then, like, ramped it back up into, like, whatever. They're just, like, being fucking idiots and, like, creating issues for themselves to solve. It's Nazi 101, but we're not doing Nazi updates. Loved Duluth. First show was fine. It was a perfectly good show. It was a 6 p.m. show on a Saturday, so, like, I understand that, like, we were talking about it before the show, like, me, the headliner, and, like, the host. Everybody did well. I didn't really watch the headliner that much. Especially the second show, we'll get there, but, like, I don't, like, we were all talking about, like, a 6 p.m. on a Saturday is fine, but, like, people were, like, ordering dinner in the middle of it, and it's a small room, so it's kind of disruptive, and, like, the late show was very fun. It was at 8:30, and we were saying, like, an 8:30 late show is good because, like, they've had a few drinks, but they're not too drunk, which, like, the headliner got too drunk, so, like, that's very funny, that she said that, and, like, it's just, like, a very fun town. Like, half of it, like, you have to go down basically a mountain to get to, like, their downtown, and, like, that was the joke. I was like, I didn't realize that I actually needed brakes until I was, like, in this town, because, like, it's all uphill to get to one part, or all downhill, and, like, it snows crazy. It's, like, Duluth, Minnesota. It's way the fuck up there, but it's, like, a very cool little, like, port town. It almost reminds me of, like, a Baltimore, but, like, northern, and not as big, and a lot less black people. Yeah, that's about right. But, like, it's kind of got, like, that same feel. But yeah, like, the headliner got too drunk for, like, the late show, and she was nice. She was a sweet lady. Bought one of the, like, the pre-rolls that I bought. So I made a little bit of money off that, so that's nice. I didn't try, like, I wasn't going to be like, well, it was actually $3.50. I told her it was $5. But yeah, so during the late show, since she got, like, too drunk, and, like, I'm very liberal, obviously, like, actual liberal, like, whatever it is, where, like, everything that, like, keeps you alive should be free, and then we'll, like, build from that. I don't think that that's, like, crazy. Where I think that she's, like, after looking at her fucking social media, she's, like, an annoying liberal. One of, like, the normal, and she's not annoying, but, like, she's in that vein of liberals of, like, we're gonna like share these, like, unoriginal, like, you know how they, like, make fun of, like, boomers for sharing, like, conservative memes, but then they come up with, like, a million, like, the big fat-faced J.D. Vance thing, and they're like, this'll show him, and it's like, that doesn't really show him. Like, you're owning him online while he's, like, fucking stealing your neighbors. Like, you don't have a Mexican restaurant because they deported the whole fucking place, but you fucking got him with your Facebook messages. That's not helpful. But, like, so she, like, got too hammered, and, like, I don't know, like, I was doing, like, pretty good, like, liberal, like, swinging stuff, and then, like, going back and forth, like, just doing my thing. I had, like, a great second show, like, incredible, like, that's exactly what I want to be doing. And murdered, and then was just like sitting outside of the room in the bar place. So like if you go to the bathroom, you'll see us. And like this one dude stopped and like hung out for like 15 minutes, and he was like, she's just not like doing it for me. Do you care? And I was like, yes, but like please, like just be cool and go back in there. Like I can't have like a group of people out here kicking it with me. Like I know that I had and it's happened before where I've had to like tell people of like, hey, I know that like my thing was like more of what you were looking for, but like you have to go. Like, thank you, this is nice, but this this is hurting me more than helping me. I need you to know that. Like if like the headliner like snitched to the booker, they're gonna believe them over me and saying that I was like being a fucking distraction. Like that happened to me in Kenosha, where I like murdered the first show, and then like people were coming out to like sit with me and like hang out, and I was like, bud, you can't, like you have to go back in. And like the second night I didn't even try, and like the people, like the owner and like his wife, were pissed that like I didn't like tell people to go back into the show sooner. Like, hey, sorry that they want to hang out with me and not watch this fucking dickhead. Like he wasn't good. So they got, and I haven't like worked there since because like maybe I'm just too much. Like it's what happens when you let like actually funny things into like whatever little world that you've curated. Like sorry that what you find funny isn't funny to like real people. Like you'll find like that little vein of like suburban white people you're looking for, and then you craft it around them to keep them from bitching. But like that wasn't the issue in Duluth. She just was like probably going at the crowd a little too much and like not being funny, which happens. Everybody has a miss set. And then like this lady came out, and she was like sitting next to me talking to me, and she was like 42, blonde hair, blue-eyed. Like we talked about her whole life. Like she basically had me cornered in this bar for like a half hour, trying to talk to me about like what meds I'm on, because she's a massage therapist in Duluth who's like super into Trump. And I was like, this makes zero sense. She's also like a newborn Catholic, or like a recently transferred over Catholic. And I think it's because she married like this like younger white dude, and like he wanted to get married Catholic, and he's probably super into Trump. And like she even said that she's autistic, but like wouldn't listen when I was like, hey, this is what they're doing to autistic people right now, and this is what the Nazis did to them. And she's like, well, I don't really want to talk about it. And it's like, but that's your boy. You said that's your boy. So just like arguing with the people, and not even arguing, like having a good conversation. That's what we need to do. So I'm not like pissed about it. But like then she started telling me that like I'm too up all the time and I need to start taking Xanax. And I was like, yeah, man, I have like addiction problems. I'm not getting into Xanax. It's not going to happen. Like, I'm so sorry. So then she like wanted to tell me the story of how she converted to Catholicism, and she's like, I have to pee first. Will you let me tell you the story? And it's like, yeah, I'll sit here, like, just, like, come back, and I'll listen to your story, and then I have to go. She's like, fair. Then she was taking forever, then I had to pee. So I went to go pee, then I came back, and she wasn't there. So I was like, okay, sick. I'm going to use this as my way to get out the door. Me and Adam, the host, we're going to go smoke weed in the parking lot outside of my hotel, because I don't like to smoke and drive. So if you want to smoke and drive, that's up to you. But we're going to do it outside of where's convenient for me. So I was like, and this lady cornered me, and I have to get away from her if I can. Because I was going to listen to her story, but since she wasn't there, that's my out. So I was going to leave, and I saw her sitting at the table, I think crying to her husband about how I bailed on her. So if you're that lady, sorry about that, but also, like, learn how to conversate. I know you said that you're autistic, but, like, and you probably won't have to deal with it because you'll be in a camp soon because of who you voted for. But, like, I don't know. Like, don't tell people that they need to take certain drugs, especially when they tell you that they have addiction problems. And you just said that, like, you like mixing Xanax with with beer regularly. Like, you say you have to drink every night. So, like, whatever. Maybe you shouldn't be telling me what to do. Other just real fun, stupid story. Last Tuesday was tax day. We kind of talked about it in the last episode that happened. I got postcards to send to people for letting me do their venues and shit like that. And I needed to get postcard stamps, which are cheaper, which was the point of the fucking thing. And so I go and get fucking postcard stamps, but I go to the post office on tax day. I didn't even think about it. And there's like a long ass line having to talk to the people at the windows. And like, so I was like, oh, I just need stamps anyways. I'm going to go to the self-service machine. There's a long ass line at the self-service machine. And like, here's a rule. If you don't know how to use if you need someone to show you how to use the self-service machine, get in the line to get help from a human. Right? Like, I understand if it's being forced on you. Like, if you go to Target or you go to Walmart and, like, there's nobody and you have to go to the self-scan and you fuck it up, that's fine. But if there's, like, people in, if there are people in the aisles or in the cash register machines and, like, the line's just shorter at the self-service and then you're going to, like, throw a fit about having to do the self-service, that's not okay. That happened at the post office. Like, 3 people had to have somebody come out and help them because they were throwing a fit that they couldn't figure it out. And it's like, yeah, we have a line for you. That's with the people at the windows. You're the one making this line go so much slower when it's supposed to be the quicker one. I just need to buy 37 stamps. And then I finally get up there, and I saw another comic, Jason, what's his last name? Very funny. I saw him, he opened for Bill Squire at the Comedy Plex last month when I went and saw him. Very funny guy. Was talking to him in line. It's just like, he was right in front of me, so it's just like randomly networking at the post office. And so I get it. It's my turn finally, because like the chick behind me is like, I just need to buy stamps, and I was like, I just need to buy stamps too. And so I get in there and I like enter in how many I need, and then it individually prints like 40 postcard stamps or 30, like whatever it is. And just like the girl after me was about to lose her fucking mind. And I'm like, look, dude, you saw me. I did my part quick. Like, why is it not just sending me like a book of stamps, of like postcard stamps? I know they have to exist. So it like took me an extra like 10 minutes. Like, it took like a legit, not 10 minutes to like do the whole thing, but it took a legit 5 minutes for this to print out, and just standing there for 5 minutes while everybody was pissed. And like the post office lady being like, so do you need help? And I was like, no, I need zero help. This is just printing. And she's like, why the fuck wouldn't it print out? And I was like, we're asking the same. I don't work here. You work here. Like, figure it out. All right, we'll get to it. That's the recap. If you just wanted to know about what's going on with my life and how talking to the general public's going. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Said he was gonna find the cure to autism by September. So good for him on that. Hopefully that works out. That seems very quick. That's not even 6 months from when he said it. So he must have a beat on that. And I really think what it is it's going to be like some sort of environmental thing. So they have to ship him to like one of his little drug camps or something to help them rehabilitate. And I understand that might be a little paranoid, but like that's who the Nazis sent first, were mentally handicapped people. And if we're going to say autistic people are mentally handicapped, like he's on the news or out in public saying that like autism, ADHD, narcolepsy was another one. And there was like another one that like he said like when he was growing up he'd never heard of. And like the meme that's going around is like, yeah, you're right. They had to like take your fucking aunt and like drill or cousin or sister, whoever the fuck it was. I think it was his aunt. Like they had to take your aunt and drill a hole in her head because she was like manic and uncontrollable. But you're right, like shit like that didn't exist when you were growing up because they drilled holes in people's heads instead of like helping them get into society. And like, as a member of the neurodivergent community, I love being able to say that with my ADHD. It's not the same as autism, but like whatever. It's very similar, especially when it's like severe ADHD. I don't know. Like having a cure for neurodivergence, like people are like, we don't need a cure. And it's like, yes, we want people to like live their lives and shit like that. Like it's not like the X-Men. We're not like curing like their fucking special power. We're like helping people like what people who aren't neurodivergent don't like, it's a nice thing to be like, these people don't need fixed, they're just people. That's a great sentiment. But like, boy, would it be fucking nice to like wake up in the morning and just be like, all right, what do I have to do today? Not like have to play a game of like, let's trick dopamine into helping my brain work today, where I have to like make the bed right off the bat and then like go, like I usually make the bed, blah, 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 go brush my teeth. So like I'm like getting shit done right off the rip. But like this morning, I like had to do, like made the bed real quick, got dressed, had to feed the cats. Oh, now I'm in the kitchen. Let me make my coffee before I do the rest of the stuff. So then it's like, then you just like get on these, and like I would love, just because my Adderall hadn't kicked in yet, and like I would love to just like wake up and be like, all right, I have to get X, Y, and Z. So I mean, if they figure out a way to like make that happen, actually, that'd be sick. I don't think it's going to happen. It's probably going to be like Elon Musk's like brain chip or some shit, rewiring your brain to like pay taxes and hate black people or something. But like it's quite out, because like what they're doing is they're trying to go into people's private medical records and get a list of all of the autistic people in the country, so they can like track like diagnoses and like what like the side effects of things are, or like how they're showing, like they're trying whatever. So they're like making a registry of all the autistic people, and like my thing is like, who's making the list? Like you're gonna have to, like you have to hire an autistic person to make the list. Like that's a lot of data that you got to get straightened out in a good way, and like AI's not gonna beat an autistic brain at this point. But like I don't think that that's good. Like I understand. I think that like autism rates are higher because we can see it earlier and help people get treatment. So like obviously the number is going to go higher. It's like the same reason of like why people are like, oh, why are there so many gay people now? And it's like, well, because it's like more socially accepted. Like we know that it's like a real thing and not a disease. Like it was like seen as a disease and illegal to be gay for so long. So of course you're going to hide that. Same thing with like autism or ADHD. Like you're going to do your best. You're just going to get like, you think that there's like all of these just like lonely bachelors that loved playing with trains and toys. Like you think that like people who wanted to be like fucking Santa Clauses in the winter, like you don't think that they're autistic, or like there's like a screw loose going. Like it's always been there. It's just like we know what it is now and can like point it out and do it and like help these people. Not that they need help to like be part of society, because it's overwhelming. Like yesterday I was like making a bagel and making a coffee at the same time, and just at a certain point I just like froze in between, because I was like, well fuck, I need to like, I have two things going on, I need to do one. And like sometimes that's like good to have like multiple things going on, other times you just get overstimulated, and it would be nice not to be. But like they're not doing that. They're doing it to like send you to a camp so they don't have to look at you and deal with you anywhere. And then like nobody's going to actually defend these people, because a lot of the people with like autistic kids are these fucking weird like masseuse moms that like are super into like holistic bullshit. All the fucking mid-level or mid-level marketing, multi-level marketing people are like super psyched that they're getting rid of food dyes. And saying that, like, sure, is it maybe not great for you? Probably not. But is that going to really fix anything? No, like, it's on candy. Like, candy's already bad for you. They're not fixing broccoli. They're fixing fucking M&Ms. Like, okay. And, like, all these MLM bitches who are, like they've talked themselves into being Republicans because like they're like, oh, these shakes actually work, the FDA hasn't, like, and it's like, well, that's because they probably like they're filled with poisons that are making you shit yourself. That's why they work, you fucking idiot. I don't know. And they're all hyped on it. And like those same people are the ones with like the super autistic kids. Always. It's always them. And, like, then they're just going to be like, yeah, whatever. Trump's going to help them. RFK Jr. is going to help them. And, like, they're going to disappear their children. And then they're just going to be like, yeah, whatever. It was a necessity. Now I can, like, have a real child. It's going to be, like, the next thing. Like, a real, like, because they're going to start paying people for having babies. They're going to pay women, like, I think $10,000 as, like, some sort of baby stimulus check. Which, like, huh? We don't have money for, like, fucking, like, housing the people who live in the tents outside of my fucking apartment. We don't have money to, like, fucking send people. We don't have money for healthcare, but we can, like, bribe women to have children. Sure, the birth rates are down, but, like, it's because nobody can fucking nobody can afford anything. And, like, now they're going to, like, go after student loan payments that are in default. And, like, sure, are mine in default? Yes. I haven't paid my student loans in, like, a decade. I'm not going to. Like, garnish all my wages. Like, garnish them all you want. Like, I don't give a fuck. I get paid in mostly cash. Garnish my fucking taxes. I don't care. Hopefully I'll be making enough money where I have to pay. Like, it doesn't make sense that, like, they're tanking the economy, making inflation go higher, making the dollar go less far, and incentivizing people to have children at the same time, while also firing a bunch of people, while also making it harder to get health care, while also trying to round up fucking neurodivergent people, while also, like, going after just cancel the student loans and give us some money. Like, we don't want to pay them. We're not going to pay them. Like, the best thing that ever happened for Donald Trump is when he was just sending people stimulus checks. Like, that was the most happy anybody was with Donald. Like, send us stimulus checks. Give me $5,000 and I will, like, shut up for maybe a week. Maybe. Probably not. But, like, it's madness. All of your billionaire fucking friends that you're, like, helping them fucking pump and dump stocks right now and, like, getting more fucking wealth in their hands. And then you're just like, okay, now we'll give people 10,000. Because, like, they're going to run out of people to work in these fucking factories. Like, we need more people to fill the void when you're, like, getting rid of all the brown people. It makes zero sense. And, like, we're protesting on fucking Saturdays and making sure the cops have more money. And then, like, it's going to be like, somebody pointed it out, and it's like, the same people who are, like, welfare queens are a thing where they're having more kids to get more welfare money are, like, the same people who are like, if you have children, we'll give you $10,000. Like, what do you think's gonna happen? And, like, they don't care. They just need more bodies to, like, make money off of, to put them in prisons, or, like, more bodies to, like, work child labor at McDonald's. Like, they need those. And they don't really give a fuck about, like, the actual reason why you need more bodies is to have a tax base to make sure that your fucking country is run correctly. But when you're dumping all this money into fucking, like, I think $1 trillion or some crazy shit went to the military. Like, why are we doing that? You want your fucking student loan money? There it is. Take, like, some of that trillion. Not even, like, all. Nobody's even saying all of it. Like, 1% of that could pay off student loans, and then 1% of that could, like, pay everybody to have fucking health care. Like, it doesn't make sense. And what we're supposed to do is, like, get together on Saturdays and, like, make fucking really good signs. I saw the best one I saw was, like, they had to have been transitioning from female to male, or male to female. I forget which one it is. Or I could, like, you can't really tell. Who cares? And it was like, I'll always be more man than Donald J. Trump is, which is, like, very funny, and, like, a very good sign. Like, that's witty. That's fun. I enjoyed that. But, like, that's not stopping them from, like, continuing to do this. Fucking, like, throwing a Molotov cocktail into their car. That'll help. Like, you know, like, we can't just keep doing this and whatever. I'm happy. Life is actually pretty good. It's springtime in fucking Chicago. Just, like, the world's falling apart. And it makes no sense that, like I can't be the only one who sees that, like, we're wasting our time with, like, this dumb bull. And, like, when's it okay for me to go out there and start, like, setting things on? Like, when's it okay? When is it morally okay? Because, like, I don't want to, like, cause harm to my other citizens. That's not what we want to do. The war's not with them. It's with our representatives and the fucking oligarchs that are running this country. And, like, when is it okay to morally start breaking laws and go to jail and, like, fuck up the shit all around me and, like, my career and stuff? Like, when is it, like, when am I supposed to do that? Because, like, yeah, I can go hold a sign, and I'm, like, talking shit at mics, and I'm talking shit on shows, and if he starts cracking down on free speech, like, this is going to get me fucked. Like, I'm using my platform, but, like, that's not enough. Like, when am I allowed to just, like, start mailing white powders, you know? Like, when are you allowed to start doing that? I don't want it to be, like, anthrax or anything, but, like, just send, like, a bag of sugar to the White House. See what happens. I don't know. But life rules. It's worth doing. It's worth fighting for. Like I told the fucking psycho Trump lady in Duluth, she's like, life sucks. And I was like, okay, then go kill yourself. And she was like, well, no, I don't want to do that. And it's like, okay, then life must not be that bad. It's much better than the alternative. Like, life rules. Like, as long as you're still alive, you're still in the game, and make it better. Like, that's I saw it was like a reason not to kill yourself thing. Obviously, don't kill yourself if you don't want to, I guess. Or, like, it's whatever. If you want to, I'm not going to be the one to talk you out of it. You've probably thought it through more than anybody else. But, like, it always gets better. Like, if you're still in the game, you have a chance to get it better. The only time that you ever run out of time is when you die. Like, there's always going to be more time until you die. And, like, if you're not dead yet, then it's not right yet, and it's not good, and you still have a chance to make it good. And it's tough. It sucks. The world's very hard right now, but you can fucking do it. I don't know. Like, there's a reason we're here in this time. Like, I was talking to the host about it. Like, in my life, we had fucking Iraq War 1, fucking 9/11, 0809 collapse, fucking Donald Trump won, fucking, like, we are, like, kind of numb to this by now, and I don't know, I feel like we've been trained for this moment. Like, it'd be very easy to get over, like, we should be in a corner, bawling our eyes out, but, like, we're here, we're still going to work, which is nonsense. Like, absolutely stop doing that until the world's better, but, like, we're still, like, for the most part, operating in a good way. And it's the safest time in history. Like, all the stats say it. Like, sure, it doesn't seem like it, but, like, the fact that we have the ability to be like, hey, these fucks are trying to do, like, that means that, like, we still have a shot. And I don't know. It's like, when is it okay to pull the cord? And, like, the cord should have already been pulled, but, like, we're still in it. We're ready for it. And if we can't do it, who's going to do it, you know? It's got to be us. And we can do it. You can do it. RayRobertsComedy.com. At Ray Roberts Comedy on everything. If you want to send me money, that'd be great. Rent's due in a week, and it's getting close to not working out. So send me money. That'd be great. Buy some dumb t-shirts online. I'm going to be coming out with new merch soon. I have what it is. I just need to get funds together to purchase it. It turns out if you want to sell cool merch, it costs a little bit of extra money. So we're doing that. But other than that, just remember, I love you. It's all worth it. And if you're alive, you're still in the game. Keep it going. We got this. All right. Bye.